Today, I'm going to attempt to beat Jeremy Clarkson.
You can do it, come on!
In my crash damage Lamborghini SVJ.
This is quick.
He's on fire, he's on fire.
This has cost me a lot this weekend, isn't it? I bought this SVJ crash damage from auction, and we've done everything to try and get it back on the road. We've fixed structural parts. We've borrowed wheels. We are not taking responsibility for this. And we tried to test it out on the dyno to see if it would run. But the car would not go over 60 miles an hour. It's in some kind of limp at 60 miles an hour. And we think this is due to a fault with the rear wheel steering motor. But now we've got to go and try and fix it. And we've got to make sure it's right if we've got any chance on beating Clarkson. Okay. First problem to solve is that rear wheel steering issue. Once we solve that, we should no longer have all the lights on the dash. Well, at least the traction light on the dash, which I think is restricting our speed. But there's one thing that you're probably all noticing, that the SVJ has, well, pretty much no panels on it. And that is because they've all gone to paint. And this is a full SVJ laying on the floor here. I've got like a phobia against white Lamborghinis since the Revolto. So I could no longer have a white Lamborghini. So before all of these parts go on the car, we've got Kian and the guys from Keezy Customs. They're just over there. And we've given them the worst job possible of wrapping a white Lamborghini SVJ before it goes on. We'll show you the colour in a second. But for now, I've got to figure out what the hell is going on with this rear wheel steering. The Aventador has 2 rear wheel steer motors, and these help turn the wheels alongside the front wheels ever so slightly at high speed to help cornering. And they also can help slow the car down under braking by towing the wheels inwards, just like a skier would do when they're trying to slow down. So you can see if the car senses a fault with one of these, why it would restrict it to 60 miles an hour, because it could be dangerous. I've read the codes which we've got, and the actual code we've got, this one's passive, so that one will go. But it's lost communication with power steering control module rear, and I think that is why it's restricting our speed to 60 miles an hour. Now, a lost communication fault would usually mean that something's either unplugged, there's a break in the wire, or a fuse has gone. But when we check the power to the wires which go to the rear wheel steer motor, it shows we have it. And we also have a good ground. Yeah. So we've got power, and we've got a ground. And the other plug is for the signal wires, which all seem good as well. So our only problem I can see is that this motor does have an issue. And you might have noticed in a few of the videos, when we actually plug it in, if you listen to this, that knocking that we thought was to do with the gearbox is actually coming from that motor at the back. So I think it's been damaged in the accident, and that knocking is something trying to turn and it not quite engaging, so it's turning and going dunk, 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 dunk. I think something's broken on that rear wheel steer, which is where all the damage was on there. I don't want to have to buy a new one because it's $5.5 grand. But I've had to buy a new one. Well, a second-hand one. So here's the second-hand module, which was $5.5 grand. But then when I plug this in to the wires on the car, no knocking, but nothing at all. And with the second-hand one plugged in and the fault code's read again, get the same fault code back. Lost communication with power steering control module rear. Now on the Revolto, we had to have the rear wheel steer module coded to the car, but this is a 2020 car. This is 5 years older than the Revolto. Is that going to be the case for this? I don't know. But the only way we can tell really is if we get VAG Coding Leicester to come, see if he can actually code that to the car. And if that does work, good news. If it doesn't work, we've got another issue somewhere else and there's another problem. But I think that R1 is broken and this one needs coding. We'll have to wait because VAG Coding Leicester is not going to come till tomorrow. So in the meantime, we should start building up the rest of the car and then hopefully we can solve this later. And the colour the SVJ is going is this. We don't know the name of the colour. But look, this is like an ice titanium grey. It's really similar to the DB12 colour. People go, oh my God, it's so boring. It's less boring than white, but I think it's got that classy effect with also being, well, I think it's going to look mad. I think it's going to look really good, especially with the wheels I've ordered for this car. But it depends whether we're going to get them in time. Right, Kian, you're doing it. I hate wrapping the cars, and this is possibly the worst car to wrap as well.
Time for us to take over.
Bye. So here's the colour, and personally, I don't think you could wrap an SVJ in the wrong colour. The car's gonna look good regardless. But Kian and Imran from Keezy Customs are working away at wrapping every individual panel on this car. And I'm glad they're doing it and not me. This looks like a difficult one.
Good news or the bad news? No, I found a problem on your Lamborghini. Can you see how that bolt there
Yeah.
doesn't sit straight?
Yeah.
Okay, right, come around this side. Put your hand there and there, full of oil.
Oh, what, the actual shock absorber?
Yeah.
You're joking. I bet that's well expensive as well.
Do you know what? I had that shock absorber off as well, but I didn't really look at it. I just took it off and put it back on.
Yeah, it's leaked oil. If you put your hand on here,
Yeah, I can feel it's wet.
you feel
Yeah.
it's all wet, look.
Yeah. Oh no. Not good news. It looks like we're gonna need a new rear left suspension. And I dread to think how much one of them costs. So if it's a red spring, it's got mag ride, which this one has.
Okay.
£7,826 plus VAT.
Oh my.
Not a good start to the week.
Spring's fine. We can't order the shock absorber separately. You could probably get the shock absorber rebuilt by the company, but again, that's time. We need to have this car built by next week. But if you leave a leaky shock absorber, then effectively all you've got is a spring, and a spring on a road, just like that, is just going to be like this. The damper actually dampens the impacts in the road, so we're going to have to change it. We've got no choice. The only good thing we can take from this is that it's been spotted now and not whilst we're on track.
How you finding it so far?
It's alright, it's good vinyl this time, so yeah, it's nice and easy.
It's now time for Kian and Imran to start wrapping the door. And they can do this whilst it's on the car. Whilst they do that, I can continue assembling. Here is the bar that we was waiting for. Special order from Lamborghini. Look at the packaging it comes in. And that has come straight from Italy, China. We don't know where they come from nowadays, but we're not going to worry about it. Let's get this bar on the car, and that should be the final structural piece on the front that we need, and then we can fit the two wings, the bonnet, and hopefully the bumper. Let's get it on. So this bar was damaged in the accident, and without it, you can't mount the wing and a lot of other stuff which sits on the front end, like the bonnet hinges. So now it's arrived, I can bolt it on.
While Matt is doing all the important stuff over there, I'm just going to put a few bolts in the wing.
And because the front wing is now wrapped, my dad's going to loosely put on the front right wing, or fender if you're American. And we'll get to aligning it all later.
Wings on. Next, door mirror.
Bonnet hinge going on, always good idea to change your bonnet hinges if you've had any damage to your bonnet, because it's really hard to line up afterwards if you don't. So we're going in.
No pedestrian patrol system on this.
No, that's what I like. Just send the pedestrians to the moon. On a lot of the cars, they have a pedestrian protection system on the hinges, which is an explosive which pops up the hinge if you hit a pedestrian, stopping them from flying into the windscreen. But on the Lamborghini, it doesn't have any of that. Meanwhile, my dad slid the mirror through the door, put the connector back on, and plugged it all back in. Looking good. Look at that.
I like it.
Looks like a fighter jet. And now, on goes the left side wing. I think this colour is going to look really good. Again, there's a load of bolts that need going in, but all the alignment can be done once the bonnet goes on. Here we go. On goes the bonnet, or the hood if you're from America. This bonnet, I don't think was cheap. Now, it's time to see if everything lines up. And it's looking pretty good. And I'm really happy with the colour of the wrap. Now the lads are just going to wrap the rear quarter, and because the car's white, it makes it that little bit harder to do, because they've got to cover everything.
Broken rear quarter. Got to strip the carbon off it now, so it can go on the new wrapped one. that Matthew has in his hand.
All the stuff of this old rear quarter has got to be unbolted and put onto the new one. Anything that we could save off the original car is being saved. Because as you know, most of the parts on this are super expensive. Whilst my dad's doing that, I'm putting the bonnet catch on the bonnet, which lashes into the lock here. And then we're going to see if that affects any of the alignment. But it's all good.
How's the rear quarter going, Tony?
Big reveal, look.
Now that my dad's done the rear quarter, he's got to pop the reflector into it. And then me and Liam can line it up to the car and start bolting it in place. This is when the car's truly going to start coming together. I'm so excited to get it on the road. And now we've got to get the back wheel off because there's a load of bolts which are underneath the wheel arch. Right, in the last video as well, remember we bought this X-brace, but this X-brace was off a regular Aventador and it has these crazy tabs on here for no reason. Well, they have the tabs for like an engine cover, we think, but on this SVJ it doesn't. Bob texts me and says, I can get them tabs out and make it look like they were never there. So we're letting Bob do his thing and he says he's going to bring it back tomorrow whilst we're doing this. I ain't going to complain. So off Bob goes back to the machine shop to get rid of the tabs on this X-brace. We'll see what that looks like later. Now, I'm going to start fitting the right side rear quarter whilst my dad's bolting up the left side one. And bit by bit, we're getting there with Suzanne the SVJ. On the right side rear quarter, it has the petrol filler cap. So I've got to put that in, connect the pipe which goes to the fuel tank and all the breathers on it and bolt it all into place. Finally, the actual filler cap slides on and I can push it down. And that's both of the rear quarters complete. Next up, the engine cover, which is a really tricky one to wrap. And the lads are just doing that now. Once they're finished, my dad's going to pop in the new aero catches, because the old ones were broken. And yet, we've returned the Lamborghini one, after we found out we could buy them direct from the supplier. Now we're going to lift this in place, just to make sure the panel gaps between the two quarters are good, and they were good enough for us. VAG Code in Leicester is back here again. It's like a deja vu with the Revolto. What he's going to do, plug in his computer, see what the fault is with the original rear wheel steering that we've got. If that's broken, which we think it is, we're going to plug the other one in and see if we can maybe code that one to the car. And if we can't, then we've got a bigger problem somewhere else. So let's see. So whilst Nathan scans the fault codes to see what comes up on his computer, the lads have got the front bumper to wrap.
The system cannot detect the real axle steering.
Okay.
Probably not plugged in or not getting a signal.
And just to prove to Nathan I wasn't going insane, I showed him that we had power at the power wire and ground at the ground wire. So it could just be a faulty module. He wanted me to check the fuses, so I went through and checked all of them. Good. Then I went and double checked our rear wheel steer module. This is where we need dips. The orange and brown I think are like cans and stuff, aren't they?
Yeah. Oh, what the?
Oh yeah.
Look, is it flight magic?
Hello.
He walked in at the right time.
How's it going?
I'm good, man. How are you guys?
Yeah, we need you.
Not
Yeah.
good.
Why? What's up?
I don't like doing that.
Do you want me to do it?
Right, yeah.
Right.
So right, a problem is
Yeah.
we've got no communication to the rear wheel steering.
Okay.
Right? We plug this one in, it goes dunk, dunk, dunk. This is the old one, which might be damaged.
Yeah.
The new one, plug that in, still no communication. Says no, but it doesn't make any noise. Me and Dips looked at this together for a long time. So long, in fact, the guys had almost wrapped the front bumper. We just couldn't work it out. But then I spotted a slight break in the wire protection way higher up. Could have been nothing, but I decided to cut it open and have a look. Oh, look at that on the top jig.
Yeah, that's going to definitely cause an issue. And you got another one there as well.
I guess who spotted that?
Oh, here we go.
I just needed to be supervised. So there was some breaks in the actual signal wires. The power and the ground was fine, but it was literally just the signal ones which were broken. This could be the fix. So Dips got away at starting to repair and solder up the few signal wires that were broken, whilst the bumper was almost complete. Fixed it, Dips.
I hope so.
P1 Auto keys with the fix. Let's see. We're gonna plug it in and try it first and see if the original motor actually works. So back in goes the original motor. That is all in there. Ignition on. Oh, it's still making the knocking noise. But now we're gonna see if any of the fault codes have changed and if we have communication to it.
Yes.
Yes, it identifies it and it's red. Yeah, boy. And now we've got communication to it. We can see all the faults it's got. The locking solenoid is faulty, and it says it has a malfunction and the position range sensor is broken. So maybe it does need replacing. Good news and bad news. Good news, we've got signal. Bad news, I still may be £5.5 grand down because we might have to use this brand new second-hand one. But let's plug that one in and see how we go. We're hoping our brand new second-hand one should have no faults, but let's see. That's plugged in. Let's go see.
Right, so that just needs coding now.
And the faults the new rear wheel steer module had was basically all to do with coding, so we might be able to get it to work. Off we go. See if we can get this coded. Once that's done, we might be in the clear back there. We've still got the shock absorber to change and everything, but we might be going there. Come on. So Nathan got on his laptop and started trying to code the rear wheel steer module to the car, which was proving quite tricky. So in the meantime, I started putting together the rest of the left-hand side of the car. All the panels go on in a certain order, which I remember from taking it off, but it wasn't looking good with the coding. Side skirt, side skirt. Nathan spent so long with it, and after a while, went home to see if we could figure something else out. And in that time, we called Lamborghini to see why we couldn't code it.
Looks quite good.
Yeah, so you've got to replace them in pairs. So C talks to a C, D talks to a D, and the latest version is E.
So can I?
The information on the catalogue.
So if I bought a new one,
replace in pair.
if I bought a new one, is it going to come as an E?
Yeah, which is why the parts information says only order in pairs.
So you have to buy two, and how much is one?
15,700 quid.
No.
You're joking.
For one?
Yeah.
15 grand, it's a motor. Oh my god.
And the car literally won't drive and run without it.
15 grand is insane.
Yeah, but that's for one. You need two because you've got to replace it in pairs.
So do you know if I found on the internet one which ended in C or whatever mine ended in?
There's a chance it might code, yes.
Right. We've got to look on eBay else we've had it.
So we need to replace both of those steering modules for it to work.
You have to replace them in pairs, right?
How much do you think one is?
Well, I've just heard like tens of thousands.
Yeah, 15 grand for one.
For one?
Yeah, and you need two.
So you need two, 30 grand.
Where are they pulling these prices from?
Well, they heard Matt's name and they were like, wow.
So our new rear wheel steer module, the part number ends in B. And the letter denotes the year it was made in. And on the car at the minute, both rear wheel steer modules end in the letter C. And two modules with different letters won't be able to talk to each other. Problem is, we can't find another rear wheel steer motor that ends in the letter C, and if we buy them from Lamborghini, the letters will come as E, so you need to buy two, which is 30 grand, so we're not doing that. So the only option now is to try and see what's actually wrong with the original rear wheel steer motor. So I'm going to split it apart to find out. And one issue already, that's bent. As soon as I removed the rubber boot, I could see that the shaft which goes in and out was bent. That's MC Bucklehorst, isn't it? Flared out.
That's flared there.
Because it's hit in.
Oh, it's mushroomed it.
It's mushroomed that, and that's why we're struggling to get this off. And because this is mushroomed at the end, the rear wheel steer wouldn't have full motion. So because this piece is flared out, when the rear wheel steer's working, and it's trying to do this, in and out like that, it can't do it because that's flared, and then obviously that's bent as well. But we can change that, no problem. It's whether we can change that. So what I'm trying to do now is knock the outer casing off so we can see if we can actually replace that inner shaft. We may be able to use the other one we have. Well, let's see now. If this works like this, then we know it that was this shaft was the issue, because now it should be free. Without the outer casing causing a restriction on the shaft now, I'm going to plug it in and read the fault codes to see if it would work. Steering mechanical malfunction now. Locking solenoid valve fault. But we still have a bunch of fault codes. And all of these look mechanical related. Right, this is all unplugging. And I'm committed taking apart the 5.5 gram one and trying to make one good one out of 2 bad ones. This could go terribly wrong. Come on. So this is it. There's no returning this £5,500 motor as soon as I start stripping it. Right, off we come. I'm hoping that we can use the mechanical part of this motor, but then put the electrics out of the motor, which is actually coded to the car, on the good mechanics of our new motor, if that makes sense. It's on a belt. What the hell is that?
That's 15 grand.
This is the broken one, isn't it? Because this ain't moving. I think that going onto that is gonna work. There's nothing on there now which has got any computer or anything you can code to the car. And we would do a big fat massive ha to Lamborghini, because then we'd have a part number which ends in B and another one on the other side, C, and they said it couldn't be done and we did it.
We showed them.
We shown them, yeah.
I feel like we should do it first before we
celebrate
celebrate that.
Celebrate.
But yeah.
So this is the electric part of the rear wheel steer module that's coded to the car. And I want to put that on our second-hand motor where the electrics aren't coded to the car. That is not coded to the car. This one is coded to the car. This one going to this one. And look at this one. Hello. Moves, doesn't it?
This is gonna work.
The way the rear wheel steer works is that this motor spins round, and as it goes clockwise, the shaft moves outwards, and counterclockwise, it goes back inwards. But on our broken one, it's completely locked out. But let's hope by switching the electrics over onto our second-hand one, the car will accept it and everything will work. Come on. This is it. The shell of the wrong part number, the 5.5 gram one, but the electrics of the right one. Is this gonna work? There's only one way to find out. Let's plug this in and read the faults. Here we go. Are there any on the dash? Oh my God.
There's no way.
It's looking good.
Come on, go clear.
I've got one fault in the rear axle steering. And the fault was a motor position sensor. Maybe the car just needed to be started and it might go. Should I start it and see if the fault comes on the dash?
Yeah, why not?
It was looking good.
Do we celebrate?
I think it worked. I think we worked. I think it
I can't believe that worked.
I think it worked. It's scary though, because we don't really know fully until we drive it, but we've definitely made progress. I think it worked. I think it worked. Suzanne, we've brained it. We've big brained it. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that, guys. And now, no more faults in the rear wheel steer system. Yes! We big brained it. Let's continue putting the car back together. In goes the grills for the side skirts, and that nearly finishes them off. All that's left is the Aventador light up sort of kick panel. Plug this in and then it just clips into place with the seal. Just above the rear quarter, there's a carbon intake. This feeds straight into the air filters and bolts on the inside of the engine bay. Once that's in, I can start assembling the passenger side door. First, the handle goes in, then the wiring for the wing mirror. Hannah's helping me hold the wing mirror into place whilst I slide the wiring through the door. Then on goes the door card. Yeah. Looks good and it lines up
It actually lines
up really good, doesn't it? For this side that's had the accident on. Here is the rear bumper, which is actually damaged there, and it's also got damaged diffuser on there. A lot of the clips are broke in there. This is no good. Everything is damaged. It's beyond repair really. So We've got a new bumper and a new diffuser as well, along with a new grille because that's broken, and new exhaust tips. Let's get the new rear bumper and build it up next to the old one so we know how it goes. This job shouldn't be too hard because we've got the old bumper for reference. So me and the girls are building up the new one with the old one directly next to it. That is looking sick. Yeah, look at them gold tips. Boom! And Hannah did the final touches, the Lamborghini badge. Now, onto the front bumper. Front bumper while the girls are doing the rear bumper. This doesn't just go on like this, it's got some active Lamborghini aero, which I think that's what it's called, the ALA system. And we're about to fit it all because we've had to buy it all because we didn't have any of it. So, front bumper's there. Then we've got all this. So we're gonna have to assemble it step by step. First step, the nostril. This aero system is pretty crazy and unique. I've not seen this type of thing before. The air kind of flows from underneath the bumper and pushes it over the bonnet, over the roof and to the rear wing. Here's the flaps, motorised. And this part which sits on the lower part of the bumper is a motor which opens and closes the flaps. And they allow air to pass when the car decides it needs the downforce. And of course, there's loads of little bits of components to it. That's bolted onto the bottom of the splitter and all the aeros inside the bumper. Lastly, there's just the side repeaters which bolt to the side of the bumper as well. And once they're in, there is one more piece which I forgot. This carbon middle splitter. Again, super expensive. And that completes the front bumper.
Time to put in the new rear lights. This goes down here, look. You ready? Oh, just need 2 bolts now, but I've got to find them.
And Liam is installing the rear lights. I needed 2 because both of the old ones were broken. One not so bad, the other one pretty bad. And these rear lights bolt into the rear bumper, which should make it easy to install everything as one piece, which we're trying to do now. And it seems to be lining up good. But do the lights work?
Yeah!
Yeah, okay, good.
Go left one.
Side lights, yeah. Brake light. Yeah!
Yeah, we're looking good.
No coding needed. Exactly what we wanted. Before we put the wing on, because the wing's going to obstruct us, because Liam's going to start climbing in here in a minute, the strut has turned up, and we need to replace this strut because it is leaking and it will be bouncing up and down. It's a good job my dad spotted that. Now, like Liam says, he says there's only 2 bolts, so we should be all right. There's literally 1 bolt there, and there's 1 bolt underneath, and an electrical connector, and then we should be out. Yeah?
Yeah.
2 bolts. That's all it takes to get off this rear shock absorber and spring. I've undone 1 in the wheel arch, and Liam's just removing the 1 in the engine bay. A little bit of bouncing, and eventually we got the shock out.
Yes. 1 damaged shock.
And here's the new one. I didn't want to have to buy, but in it goes.
Yes!
And just like that, the shock absorber and spring is fitted. Bob has got rid of those tabs which were here, weren't they? Look at that. Magic's them off and powder coated it so it looks freaky fresh. A massive thanks to Bob at the machine shop for doing that. This thing now looks brand new.
Liam, did your parents not tell you? No shoes on the carpet.
The disrespect. But we've got to get a job done. In goes the X-brace. After that, we can slide in the rear wing with the panel that connects to it. This slides in place, and I'm going to bolt it down. Then, the engine cover, just to make sure everything still lines up. And we're good. Here we go. I'm excited for this, because this car is looking so good. Let's lift this on, because I'm hoping everything lines up on the front here. But we're about to find out. So we figured out, I think the headlights have got to come off to put the bumper in, which is crazy. So out comes 1 headlight and the other one. And that is because the bolts for the bumper sit literally underneath the headlights. So now me and Liam are pushing the bumper in place, and then you can see us doing the bolts up that we never would have been able to get to if the headlights were in place. But at least now we know. If we ever have to take the bumper off again, hopefully not. And just by look, the panels seem to be lining up okay. It's pretty good, yeah. And that is looking so good. Time for the headlights to go back in. They've got to go in through the wheel arch, which is how they come out, and then we can use the adjusters to get them in the perfect place and bolt them down. The front end is now looking amazing. Time to fit the rest of it. Wiper blades, scuttle panels, and little carbon pieces each side of the bonnet. And that should just about do it. Okay, this has taken way longer than it probably looks on camera. The front tub is in, but this tub here, you can see there's damage to it, and I have ordered a new tub, but that's on back order. So right now, because of where we're going, we need the tub, and for that little bit of damage, I've put this one in. You may notice these things here. These are also damaged, which I've got new, but I don't want to put them in on an old tub. And these are for the roof. When you take the roof off, you take the roof off, and then you slide it into these sections here, down here, and everything like that. And yeah, so when you have the roof off, you have no storage. But this should be now the finished product on the front, which is looking so sick. Woo! We've got arch linings, side skirts to bolt up, and all the under trays next, and then finally the wheels. Come on. The final touches, arch lining and under trays. The rear left arch lining needed to be replaced because that was absolutely annihilated in the accident. But the fronts, we got away with reusing. Now that they're fitted, it's time for the car to go in the air, and me and Liam have got to fit the 1,000,001 under trays that this car has. The idea is to keep the bottom of the car as flat as possible. That way the air can flow through it as quick as possible, creating a sort of vacuum to the floor and giving the car the best downforce possible. Once they're fitted, it's down again. It's the final touches now. These are the bits that take the longest, of course. We've got the extortionately priced Lamborghini badge. It's just the job of getting it on straight now. Look in there. Oh! Suzanne is looking sexy. The idea is to make it not look like a crash damaged car, because if you checked it out on Car Vertical, it would show you that it is crash damage. A category S car, which is always going to affect the value of this. But because they are a limited number car, I still think the value of this car will still increase. Not as much as a non-crash damage one, but still, it will still increase. And the good thing on the Car Vertical check, I can see that the car doesn't have any mileage fraud, it's never been exported, it's never been stolen, and I can see a full timeline of it every time it's had a number plate change, passed or failed an MOT, or if it has any outstanding finance. We've got some SVJ stickers, not from Lamborghini, we got them from Topaz Detailing, which are as good as OEM. I've got Gloss SV and Satin J Red. And Liam has just made a template off the old rear quarter out of masking tape, and we're hoping that will get it in the perfect position of where it was from the factory. We've just got to make sure that we put it down with no bubbles. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my days.
You've done so well.
Oh my days, look at that. Suzanne Victor Jones. Also, if your car was in an accident and it was auctioned off at the car crash auction site, then the Car Vertical check is likely to show you photos of when the car was in that state. Yes. Oh my god, that looks sick. Sick. So to check your car out, you can do that with the link in the description box below, and use code MATT for discount on that check. But make sure you're checking your car out before buying it. Last few stickers, and we're ready for the wheels. Here they are. We needed these because the other ones were really perished, and like if you put perished ones on, it just doesn't look good. Aventador SVJ, £150.
Scam.
that is a scam, innit? £150 per badge. Crazy moves. Right. My dad took measurements of these. My dad's gone on holiday. So we're going to have to make our own measurements. So as long as they're the same both sides, we'll be alright, won't we?
Yeah. Send
Commit,
it.
commit. If you don't commit, I will.
I mean, it doesn't offend me.
Send it.
Yeah?
Looks good.
Yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Badges on. The final piece to go on is, of course, the alloys, which I had to make a decision about. I don't think it would be my car without some customised alloys. But at the minute, we're repping Mark McCann's alloys, which we've got to give back. And these are the 3 alloys that we had on the car, which are okay. I think we could get them refurbished. But for one, just for one alloy from Lamborghini, it's £5,000 to just have one, then have a full complete set. But on eBay, I managed to find a full set of the sickest wheels ever, £5,000. Got them off eBay off a lad called Satin Black Collection, and Liam's gone and picked them up. We picked some tyres up from Wheelmania, and these are going to be so sick. They've got to be one of the best wheels we put on a car. I know there's going to be some opinions about them, but check these bad boys out. Full carbon barrel. This is all carbon fibre, 2-piece wheels. These look absolutely sick. Look at them, they're the fronts, they're the back. They should be the same fitment as stock wheels, so we should have exactly the same fitment. We've got the exact same tyres as stock tyres. We've just got carbon barrels and this absolutely sick centre. I really hope they fit though. Come on. Good. It's looking good. We also got red centres because it's just the touches that you need, innit? Wow! Oh my god, it looks sensational. Oh my god. We've now got to lower the car down so we can torque the wheels up. Remember, there's only one nut holding these wheels to the car, and then the carbon centre caps. Just push into place. And the final reveal. Let's do this. Oh my days, Suzanne looks absolutely phenomenal. I'm a bit emotional because that is like, this is probably one of the best looking cars we've actually ever done, and we've done it in such speed as well. We've done it so fast. That is like, that's what a Lamborghini should look like. That is the definition of a Lamborghini. We've got the sunset, we've got carbon barrel wheels. This is just absolutely phenomenal. Like, if this isn't worth subscribing for, I don't know what is, because that, you can't, I don't think we can top it. How can we top that? I'm literally so excited to drive it now. I need to get it on the road and make sure everything does work. We need it 4-wheel aligned, because we are about to attempt to try and beat Jeremy Clarkson. Let's get out in it. Okay, so we got just TPMS fault, that's about it. Oh my god! That's mental! This is unreal. This is not real. This is sick. SVJ. I love this car. It was worth every penny. This is the best car in the fleet now. It's worth every penny. There's no beat in this car. Oh, there is no beat in this car. And now it's gonna get a proper shakedown, because we've got to drive it over 1,000 miles to Imola. Off we go! Literally 2 days ago, in the workshop, ripped to bits. Well, in fact, yesterday. Yeah, literally yesterday. Yesterday, in the workshop, ripped to bits. Now she's in France.
Come on!
And with a huge V12, I'm sure we'll be stopping here pretty often.
My first ever fill up of my own car in France. It's a big moment.
Excited.
I can't believe I'm driving. It feels so weird being on this side of the camera.
This is why I bought this car, to go on trips, and I have had a wee bit of a disaster, as you know, and I am expecting absolute zero problems on this trip.
So 2 more Lamborghinis join me on this trip, all in attempt to beat Jeremy Clarkson. The more I was driving the SVJ, the more and more I was enjoying it. I feel like this car was built for me, and it sounds great. But we did have one surprise.
Right, I've just got on the tunnel now. It is 10:15 Tuesday night. Now the reason I'm not with everybody else is because Matt Jones wouldn't come on the trip if I was coming in my car. So to get him to go in his car, I've said I'm not coming, waited an extra day, and then now I'm heading down to go surprise the boys at Imola because Matt doesn't want to race me again around the track because he doesn't want to lose. So, sorry Matt, we're about to surprise you, and I'm on my way.
Liam's just arrived. Oh, who's that?
There's no way.
Bit late.
I heard you boys on a trip somewhere.
Round 2. Round 2.
And we were back on the road with a few 100 miles left to get to Italy. This time with 2 V10s, the R8 and the Hurricane. And after a super long journey, but a perfect shakedown in the SVJ, we arrived. This is Imola, one of the most dangerous circuits on Earth. If there's a crash here, it's usually a bad one.
Cena bateu forte. Ali na Tamburello. At some point in history, every corner here has claimed the ego of a big name. And some corners have claimed even more than that.
After Senna's death, changes were made to this track to slow the cars down. But if we were going to have any chance on beating Clarkson, we'll be going at speeds way over 160 miles an hour. Okay, so here's the score. When Top Gear come here, the Stig did a lap in a Ferrari 458 of a 1 minute 56.6. Hammond, Clarkson and May all tried to beat that.
God, I'm fast here.
May in a McLaren, Hammond in a Noble and Clarkson in the Aventador. Clarkson got the closest.
59.1.
Now we've got the Lamborghini SVJ, the successor of the Aventador. It's just whether we've got enough talent to take on the 159 and the bravery of Jeremy Clarkson. He just didn't have anything to lose, did he? To do this in real life under 2 minutes takes a lot of bravery and a lot of courage. And there's 4 of us here, all trying to beat that time. Guess, let's get on the track and see what we can do. This is so scary.
Good luck.
Like 1, because I've rebuilt the car, and 2, the track is the deadliest track we've ever done. Come on. Whoa.
You look nervous, I'll be honest.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't. This is going to take my full concentration. start pushing.
The funny bit is I actually think that the town of Imola is going to think there's some random F1 car on the track.
That car sounds mental. Look, it's only going down the pit lane and you can still hear it.
Oh.
We're going to hear it the whole way around.
Left, on the curve, out, onto the big straight.
Here he comes! He's flat through there! Oh my god, he actually went flat!
That's insane. That's insane.
This is one of my first laps of the track. I've done it plenty of times on the simulator, but there's a massive difference between driving on the simulator, driving in real life, especially a car that you've only just rebuilt.
This is a exciting lap, mate.
The thing about Matt is he is mental.
Yeah.
He's just something a bit loose in his head.
But once I'm on track, I'm in the zone. But I know this lap isn't going to be one of my quickest. I'm braking earlier than I should, but just trying to keep the car on the road.
I couldn't sleep last night because of this.
The track is absolutely amazing. What an experience. Onto the final corner now.
Oh, big flame!
Okay. We can definitely go harder, but this is going to take a lot from them. A lot.
Well, I can't hear anything. Where's he gone?
No, I can hear a helicopter though. That's not really that.
But I can't hear his engine.
No. That's two things. Either he broke down or he crashed.
No, jokes aside.
No, yeah, there's nothing.
There's
unless
nothing.
he's just cruising around, unless something's broke.
Yeah, we're at 147 now.
And he's not here, yeah,
he's not
so
here,
it's gone
so
wrong. Oh
he's
my-
either
no
stopped,
Does
crashed.
he have a walkie-talkie?
Yeah,
I've got it, I've got it.
Ask.
This is race control. Race control, is the SVJ all okay? Crash.
Still can't hear the car. Yeah, that's not the car.
Is the SVJ okay?
Yes, it's okay.
What happened? There's nothing. Oh.
That's
Yeah,
It's cruising. It's either going to cruise back with no front bumper or rear bumper, or it's just decided to have a cool down lap because the car's got hot.
Please be
I didn't
okay.
like that then at all. Come down, come down. We just got really scared.
That is the scariest thing. That is the scariest track I've ever done. I need to brake later.
Do you know how fast you went?
How fast?
2 minutes 8 seconds.
What are they, 2 minutes 8 on that?
Yeah, yeah.
It's doable.
Oh no, don't say that. Just don't. Don't say that.
It's
Just
doable.
chill.
Now, I know it's doable. I've got to do it. We've got to make our mark. Whether it's me, whether it's Liam, whether it's Matt, or whether it's Nico. And I'm going to give it a good shot. I've got to beat Mr. Slowly, surely. What did he get?
206.
206.
I think you're 208.
208. Yeah.
But mate, you've had like 2 laps.
Out goes the SVJ again.
Attempt number 2. He's got 8 seconds to make up, but he said doable.
This time, I'm going to push even harder.
He done a 204.
Oh my god.
So even more time.
That is crazy.
He's just made 4 seconds in 1 lap.
Still think we've got more in us.
2 minutes 4 seconds. James Mays in the bin.
But then we noticed the car was getting a little hot.
Oh my god.
Do you reckon?
Oh, it's melted. It's melted all back here.
Let's take this off.
What got really hot? Just the exhaust?
look at your heat shield.
Rattling noises.
That was a complete heat shield when we put it on.
Oh my god.
Literally gone.
The heat shield had a huge hole in it. And then we think the heat from the exhaust was just causing a few things to melt. Everything is so hot. And because of that, we decided to let the SVJ cool down. So then it was time for Liam, Matt and Nico to get on track to try and beat Clarkson. Six. 2:15 Nico.
2:02 straight off the
2 in minute 2, he's a monster. Liam was flying in the R8.
Second place on his watch is going nowhere.
Which only pushed everyone else on harder.
Got no brakes. Whoa, brakes gone. Brakes gone. Whoa.
2.5.
2.5 on my first time out. 2:02.9.
I've got more.
We're gonna beat Clarkson, we're nearly there. Come on.
Imola is famously bumpy. It doesn't really show up on the telly. And the braking points are quite critical, like the chicane.
Yeah.
I don't want to see any of you flying over the curves.
Clarkson apparently did a 1:59 in an Aventador here. Would that be true? Would they fix the times to make them look better, or is that a genuine time, would you think?
It should have been genuine, because we used to go out and push hard. So I think that should be right.
I'm not happy with that answer. It should have been genuine.
Bye, man. Bye. We're gonna do it. This is it. Clarkson thrown in the bin. Clarkson is just a farmer now, innit? Come on. We've at least got to match him. We're in a successor of the Aventador. Let's do it. I think the one thing that this has shown us is how good of a driver Clarkson actually was. This was a difficult time to beat. But I've got to give it everything now. Push this car to the limit.
I am so worried. Like, Matt is a good pilot, right? He's a good pilot. That car is melting.
Yeah, it's hot.
Like, I'm not talking it's melting because it's like it's warm. It's It's properly melting.
What did he get? 201.9.
What?
He's coming for it. It's quick. This is quick. This is really quick. Oh my days, he's flying. Here he comes. Here he comes.
I completed another lap, but something was wrong.
I think it's set fire to the coolant hose and my car's overheating. I've got to come in.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
We literally called it.
Yeah, we called
fire
that.
extinguisher because we might need a fire extinguisher.
I'm coming in. On the pit straight on my last lap, the coolant temperature was way in the red. Something was absolutely cooking in the engine bay.
Oh my god. He's on fire, he's on fire.
He might be on fire when he comes in.
Oh my days.
Something's gone. My car's on the red. All the gauges are on the red apart from the fuel. Oh, it's blown up.
Something's literally exploded.
This out. Okay, go. This is going to be really hot.
Oh yeah, something's exploded.
All the oil lines are blew off. Oh my god, look at the state of it.
Oh, look at the heat shield now.
Oil lines are blown off. Oh, it's all set fire, all here, look.
Oh no.
Look at all of this. It's just
Oh my god, look at all the oil down there.
Suzanne.
That means you were sending it hard.
Anything that was plastic and close to the exhaust seems to have melted, including a few oil breather lines. But how? Oh! The exhaust has blown off. The exhaust had completely ripped apart at the join, which explains why the heat shield was blown apart, which then would have blown heat all into the engine bay. And can you remember what I said when we fitted this exhaust? Titanium is more rigid, so it doesn't absorb sound as much. So because it's like a harder metal, it vibrates more, which makes more noise. The only thing is they're really brittle, so that's why it's melted, because it must have been blowing. We think the exhaust might have been on before it went on the track, because it was louder and then the heat shield was blowing to pieces. That's what it was. As soon as the flames are going, they're going into the engine bay, aren't they?
Suzanne.
She'll live again.
Yeah.
She'll live again. We just need an exhaust and a few pipes, a few more bits, but I think maybe we'll go for a stainless steel exhaust. Annoyingly, this is a one-off exhaust, as Valvetronic only sell a stainless steel exhaust for this car, but they wanted to make something special for me. And unfortunately this time, a mistake's been made. There's nothing we can do about it now, only replace it with a stainless steel one once we fix it.
In the pits for good.
We've got this.
What a car it's been though.
It's been emotional, Suzanne. But before we find out my time, Liam thought he had a bit more in the R8 that he wanted to push out. We can't not do this.
It doesn't feel like the most stable car.
Let's go for it. Come on, Liam! Come on, Liam!
Quicker or slower around there?
Oh, it is quick.
It's hard to tell. Come on. It's quick.
Come on, Liam!
It's already.
Come on, Liam!
Come on!
Come
He's
on,
already in the street!
This is it! Come on, Liam!
Come on!
Come on!
He's on the street!
In last place, slower than Captain Slow. A 2 minute 15 for Nico.
It's not even worth a clap.
No, don't clap him, don't clap him. Don't clap him.
I'll give you a hug. It's okay, Nico, it's okay.
I lost my courage.
Oh, sorry.
I just lost my
I
courage.
think you just got lost, full stop.
So, James May's time?
2 minutes 6.4.
We were all faster than him, so that's good. Richard Hammond's time, a 2 minute 3.1. We were faster than him as well.
Oh, yeah.
And then in third place is me, leaving lower than second place. 2 minute 02.6, which
That's respectable.
It's respectable.
Faster than Hammond, I'll say that. Matt in second place, a 2 minute flat, which is again respectable.
Yeah.
Good time.
And now we have Liam.
Come on.
Jeremy Clarkson's time was a 1:59.1.
Yeah.
It's a 1.
Yeah.
5.
Yeah.
9.2.
No!
That is. So none of us could beat Clarkson, but we had one hell of a time trying. And what a car the SVJ turned out to be. Even if I have got to go home and fix it. Jeremy Clarkson, if you're watching this, you have bigger balls than all of us. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.
I don't lose, or at least don't lose massively. We all know that they're better drivers and stuff, but it's not about that, it's about passion. It's about... I can't do it!
You're like a drug that